Hi, guys. Today we're gonna talk about the death penalty on the podcast, and I'm talking to my friend Josh Yan. So, Josh, what are your thoughts on the death penalty?
So personally, I feel like the death penalty is wrong. I believe that the death penalty is just too it's too harsh to the person who committed the crime. I feel like instead of the death penalty, like people who commit these crimes should serve the rest of their life in prison. I just feel like taking their life because of a mistake that they made is just not moral, and I feel like they should be given a second chance, but instead suffer the rest of their life in prison.
I see. So, you personally believe the death penalty is not ethical and it is immoral. The other
Um,
side,
go ahead. My
continue.
bad. My bad.
No,
My
no,
bad.
you continue. You continue.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say yeah. I believe it's immoral, and I just feel like it's not the right option to um, I guess just like like for the family to receive like justice for whatever happened to their family member or victim. And I feel like it's just a better option to not just like do the death penalty.
What would you say to people who support the death penalty and are in favor of it and say the only justice is when the guilty are punished by death or have that high of values? Would you say that's wrong for them?
So I understand what like other people would be saying that like the death penalty like is deserved for like the person because of the crime they committed, but I feel like in most cases, like enough justice would be just to lock them up for life and not let them do anything like as bad of a crime as they have done like anymore. And just like I feel like it would be better justified if they are like sitting in prison for the rest of their life suffering. And I feel like personally, if that happened to one of my family members, I feel like it would be a little more I would be a little more satisfied with them sitting in jail and like just like thinking about like that they shouldn't have made this mistake instead of like just killing them like immediately after like a trial. I feel like it's just not right to do that.
I see your point of view. What actions would you take to abolish the death penalty in like you can do anything? Like what actions would you take?
Um, I guess just the actions I would take would just be to, I guess just I don't know what you mean by that, but just like abolish it just like completely. And I feel like the death penalty is just it's it makes sense why like a lot of people believe that this is like the right thing to do, but like I just feel like it's not right, and I feel like we were not like made here on Earth to be like killed just because of a mistake we made. I feel like we should rather pay for our crimes through the time that we spend in prison. So I would just completely like abolish it and just like stop it from happening, just so we can save these people who are, um, I guess, just like save the people who are put to death and give them another chance, but through um, staying in prison for the rest of their life.
Are you surprised that America is the only civilized nation or like define like Western civilized nation that does the death penalty still?
Um, I'm not really surprised that America does believes in this. I just feel like America, a lot of Americans believe like that justice is served through like death of the like person who committed the crime. But I mean, other countries like I'm not really too like sure about what other countries like believe in, but I just feel like it. like I understand why a lot of Americans believe this is the right option, but I think that this could be changed, and I think it should be, just because I feel like it's unfair to those who are losing their lives just because they made a mistake.
So you believe is kind of also like a cultural thing in America, where it's kind of like ingrained when you're like young, kind
Mm,
of that justice is only served through death.
yeah,
How do you think we could change that through like education or like
yeah. I definitely think that like when we're younger, we should be taught like that instead of us like if someone commits like a crime, I think instead of people like kids learning that they should die because they made a mistake, I think they should you should teach them that like um if you if you commit a crime, you should pay your time, I guess, just like, and you should put in the time in jail to make yourself, or to like to have everyone forgive you for your actions, and you gotta make you gotta stay in prison until your time's up, and if you're out, like say you're able to get out, that's good, and hopefully like these people who are given these second chances aren't going to make these mistakes again, and if they do, then it'll just go back in the same cycle again.
so you believe kind of like how other countries are doing it, like Germany, for example, in a more rehabilitative justice system, one that like doesn't focus as much on the punishment as on rehabilitating the criminal and getting back to normal life is kind of what you believe.
Yeah, I definitely agree with um, Germany, like the example you stated, and I just agree with this because I feel like um, that people should like be given. They shouldn't be like they shouldn't lose their life, and like I feel like their families too. Like I feel like it would be hard for them to see one of their family members die. Like if even like the victim, and since like the victim's family, like say someone died, like it's hard for them. Like I don't think they would want to see another person, like another family lose like one of their like one of their family members just because of the death penalty. And I feel like doing that would not justify like doing the death penalty wouldn't justify all these like problem. It won't really help anything. Yeah.
Got you. And I guess kind of my last question is like California still has the death penalty in place, in case you didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, we had an amendment to like abolish the death penalty, but the majority of Californians actually voted against it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to know if does abolishing the death penalty affect you in any way in your life, or does like the criminal justice system, let's just say the criminal justice system as a whole, affect you in your life?
In my life, not personally, but I could definitely see how it affects some or many families in like California, as you stated. And I feel like if we go out and vote, and if we, I guess, like spread awareness of like these issues, I think that the death penalty, like it could be abolished one day, maybe. But I think through like more people being like taught and educated about it, I feel like it would help improve what will happen in the future.
All right, sweet. I think that's gonna be it for the podcast, man.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man.